I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is Sanada Got No Smoke for His Molester. It's going to be a quick live stream. Now, we have seen Frankie going live and explaining that he was molested when he was underage, when he was a teenager. He said that the person that molested him was a woman. He said that he sees that woman every now and then. He claimed that the woman is a bus driver. And he clearly let it known. He clearly let it be known that he did not report her. He did not warn anybody. But this Palm Beach maid Sanetta has threatened, insulted, and doxed people for merely disagreeing with him, not molesting him, not raping him or playing with his booty or whatever it may have happened. So we have to wonder, how come he has smoke for 3-year-old girls? How come he has smoke for women? How come he's putting people's government name on the screen? What's up, Tar? How you doing? Tar is in the place to be. He put my government name on the screen, trying to release my information. He put another sister's government name. I mean, he said her name. And he said he was going to call her job. Now, that lady who molested him, he didn't say he was going to call her job. And that's strange. So now that we have some footage of his moderator reading a comment left by someone who was on his panel, alleging that Frankie was raped by his own mother, and he looked real shook, we have to wonder, is it possible that when Sanada came out and told that story of being molested publicly, did he modify the story slightly? Did he change the story slightly? Because it would have been a bit too difficult for him to tell the world. Yes, he proves that he protects the predators. I mean, there's so many at this point, it would take too long to count. The rapists and the child molesters that appeared on his panel, I mean, if we do a roll call, you know, I will finish about the end of the week. So it is consistent with him. That's what he's been doing for years. But do you think it's a possibility that when he came out and revealed to the world that he was molested as a teenager, that he may have changed the identity of the person that molested him? Does that even make sense? Facts, LOL, roll call. Wolfgang's in the place to be. He wrote, yep, bus driver, my foot. It was a little closer to home, if it's true. Now, we've seen Uncle Shoot, who used to be a moderator on his panel, who asked people, he talks about pedophiles. What is his mama? I didn't say. He said, ask Sanetta what it is his mama. So will somebody ask him? Will somebody ask him? Now, you've seen MLK in the thumbnail next to Frankie. Why is it so? I went live a couple of days ago, and I've shown again that he had the pseudo-coward Tazaria, who got so humiliated, though they tried to change the narrative, Frankie removed the weighing. I think I'm going to review the weighing again so people can see how ridiculous Tazaria was. It's like, you know that dude, Trackfield Reed, Mississippi Down? Garfield Reed ran like a sucker, ran like a bitch when they were supposed to debate Jabari, even with the help of that bitch butler Reggie. He popped off the mouth for 2 years, ran like a bitch. And do you know what narrative Garfield Reed put out? That Jabari didn't want to debate. That Jabari was scared. And Jabari and my homie, Jabari is a hypocrite. Jabari is cool with the rapists and the child molesters. He has yet to criticize the HOK for inviting rapists and child molesters on top of scammers. Jabari has yet to address the anti-African teaching on the HOK. Jabari has yet to address Sanada, his brother. He's trying to find a member saying publicly, live on air, that black people ain't shit. Yes, we have that documented. Frankie couldn't help himself but to reveal how he feels about black people. And Pum Pum Smashwalker also didn't have anything to say about that. That Beachmate Bobby Banger didn't have nothing to say about that. That Beach Ass, Reggie Mabry didn't have nothing to say about that. Now, Professor James Moss, I guess he's I guess he's embarrassed now because he just hopped on that panel not long ago, knowing that there are rapists who have appeared on that panel and anti-African teachers. He knows that. He knows that. He replied to my emails. He has the receipts, the paperwork. But he's not the only one to each his own. So, yes, a few days ago, once again, pseudo coward Tazaria addressed MLK and once again labeled Dr. Martin Luther King a bitch. And Saneda was in agreement because Saneda, you see, is very bitch made. So a lot of time he's going to let people say what he thinks. Understand what I'm saying? Just like with deviant Santan, who said that the girl that accused Polite of molesting her was not only fair game because she was in a hotel, but that she was sent, which means it was some sort of conspiracy, right? So, do you think that if Dr. Martin Luther King would have molested, he would have seen the person that molested him on a regular basis and he wouldn't have said anything? So it's funny when Sanetta allows people to disrespect Dr. Martin Luther King, who of course has passed away many years ago, but he's 10 times weaker than Dr. Martin Luther King. Now, as for Tazariak, it's so funny because he's labeling Dr. Martin Luther King a bitch, and Dr. Martin Luther King is following the teaching of the Bible. Tazariak said that the Bible is his foundation. And in the Bible, it says that Jesus told his followers that if they get hit on one cheek, they should turn the other cheek. But I bet Tazariak ain't going to label Jesus with a B word. Those cats are very delusional and ridiculous. And it was so funny and humiliating how he lied on the Bible and how he came up with some quote of Martin Luther King that just doesn't exist. See, Frankie tried to be like, oh, yeah, he's because of that Wayne. He knows that Wayne. Frankie knows because Frankie's a bitch. He knows it's embarrassing. But since you deleted it, bitch, Sanetta, I will review it and show the world how much of a bitch you are, Sanetta, because you try to defend a child molester that you know about and you didn't tell the people, right? Because you know and you brought it up to Tozayak. We have the evidence. So that's going to come for later on. But these cats are so funny. These cats are so funny. They don't follow their Bible. That's not their foundation. But they do follow the child molesters and the rapists, don't they? Now, you have noticed that an ISUPK member has claimed that the leader of ISUPK molested the boy and that they paid the family off. You notice they've been quiet about that? How surprising. You notice Nepal Shada did not deny the allegation against her being inappropriate with a child, being accused of pedophilia, and the parents filing a complaint against her. I didn't say. It's their people. Judas Nasi, it's their people. It's their people, and many other people also have addressed it. You notice how they're always silent. Now, I've just shared a picture in my timeline. My Art Forever, you know the channel. In my community timeline, I've just shared a screen print of Tazariak in the street dealing with African Bambata's allegation. Something not confirmed yet. But Chris MVP Harris told the world that his cousin is in prison for molesting a girl. They're not telling us the age of the girl. Now, he's not addressing that. He's going to address some alleged situation. They don't call that gossiping for strange reason, but his own cousin, oh, he's not addressing that. How hypocritical. What Funk wrote was humiliating is a grown man like Tazaria taking orders from a joker like General Yahana. So if it is true that Yahana molested the boy, and what does that make him? So you mean to tell me The ISUPK is run by a homosexual. The most serious and most important stuff, they're not addressing it. But Bichas Frankie Sanetta has the nerve to disrespect Dr. Martin Luther King. And he sees his molester every now and then, and he's not having any smoke, no criticism, no smoke at all. Can you believe it? He's disrespecting people, insulting them, threatening them, but he sees the woman that molested him on a regular basis, and he has no smoke. Damn, Wafon came up with a nickname, Johanna Bambara. I didn't say it, I'm just reading the comments. It's not scripted. We don't script stuff here. That last stream was not planned. And the brothers in South Africa, by the way. But that being said, what do you think about Frankie having no smoke for the person that molested him? What does that make him? What does that make him?